Hey guys, Black Screen Max coming at you with another review. Today we're going to be looking at Beast Wars Mega Class Inferno. Now you're probably wondering, what's Mega Class? Back in the day when Beast Wars was around, when they were producing the figures, Mega Class was kind of their Voyager, if you will. But anyway, I'm not going to go deep into that. Want to get to the point of why you guys are here in the first place. So, we have Beast Wars Inferno. Just a quick little bio on this guy. First time we saw him was during the Beast Wars episode Spider Games. Basically, came down in the stasis pod, and just in true Tarantulas form, Tarantulas was making sure that he was the first one there, spider in hand, to create a swarm of spiders. Why? Probably just some kind of crazy plot against Megatron. Then again, Tarantulas was always about going against Megatron. Anyway, we're not talking about Tarantulas, we're talking about Inferno. Now, he was kind of a little on the crazy side. He had a few bolts loose. He always referred to Megatron as his queen. After a while, Megatron, of course, every time he heard my queen, Megatron kinda got a little annoyed with that. So, later on, Inferno started calling Megatron his royalty. Now, in my mind, I feel that Inferno was taken after his Fire Ant mode over his actual Predacon self. He was always referring to the base as his colony. Of course, like I said, Megatron as royalty. So yeah, I mean, he was kind of had a few screws loose, but still an amazing bot. He is actually one of my most favorite Transformers in the Beast Wars line. But you know, of course, I have other favorites, but we'll get into them. But anyway, just a quick 360 of this guy. As you can see, fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. I love this guy. He's simply one amazing Predacon, one amazing Transformer in itself, especially with the concept of the whole entire Beast Wars back in the day. It brought a whole new spectrum to Transformers. I mean, think about it. We're always used to seeing cars transform into robots. We were always seeing planes transform into robots. It was about time that Hasbro gave us the Beast Wars. Animals, insects, you name it, transforming into robots. I think that was a marvelous leap for Cybertronians all around the world. But, you know, like I said, as you can see, fabulous Fire Ant mode. I mean, it's not entirely screen accurate, but I love it anyway. It's what I grew up with. I grew up with the Beast Wars. I grew up with the Maximals and the Predacons alike. It's my G1. Other people older than me, their G1 was, of course, Optimus Prime, Megatron. Well, my G1 was Optimus Primal and, well, not to sound redundant, but Megatron. But great figure. Like I said, not entirely screen accurate. They can only do so much, but sticks with the typical colors for Inferno. You got all the reds, got the accents of the green. You have purple eyes here. Got, of course, the black legs going throughout. Pretty good as far as paint details go. There's a few details where paint is a little bit of a problem, but that'll be later on when we get into the robot mode. Then again, really can't truly get a good, decently painted figure. They gotta invest their paint elsewhere. So, getting on to the transformation of this guy, in my mind, it's actually pretty simple transformation, pretty easy at that, just like a lot of the Beast Wars figures were. It's a real simple transformation. So, starting off, I like to start off with the legs and with the bottom part of figure. So I'm going to start off, gonna turn him around here. Basically take the part of the leg here, pop it in place, do the same with the other side, pop that in place. Now going here, going to take the thorax of the fire ant, move it up for a second just to get that out of the way. Going to be taking this piece, just start to bring it on down. It's kind of tight, which is good considering this is almost a 20-year-old figure. Going to bring that down. Now I'm going to take this other piece right over here, going to bring that down, and just going to combine those together. Get in there. Alright. The way we combine them, basically there's some pegs, some holes, you know what to do. Typical Transformer transformation deal. Peg, hole, combine them. After we do that, what I like to do is just push this down just a wee bit. Gonna take these two legs. Can't really see. Let me just move this guy up a bit. There we go. Now you guys can see. Awesome. Take these two legs of the ant, swing on back, and just take the other one, swing it on back. From there, we're 80% done with the transformation. Let's up a little bit more. Now what we're going to do is, back here, where the head is, first of all, on the head, let's demouth him. Let's take that out. Come on. Come on. There we go. Take that out. These will become his weapons, but I'm going to put them over to the side for now. Take his head, bend that down a little bit. Now there's going to be this panel right here where this green is. Just move that up a bit because I want to do that just so you can make room for the head, which is right over there. Just swing that up, and his head, his ant head, will become his chest. Then just take his head, rotate that around, and as you can see, we are basically we're basically done. Just last touch-ups. Take the ant legs, just pop them up real quick. Pop up the other one, and now it's just getting him into position, getting him posed. Now, for this being a Beast Wars figure, I gotta say, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome indeed. Close to show accurate as far as the robot mode goes. Of course, there are some silver bits, silver paint apps missing along the legs. If memory serves me right, some along the arms, but overall, great paint detail. You know, this was, like I said, close to 20 years back. This might be one of the best lines ever that we've gotten. Granted, there are some people that are not too crazy about the Beast Wars lines because of the fact that when it came down to hiding parts and everything, I mean, a lot of them were shell formers, but you really got to keep in mind for its time, it was actually a pretty good concept that they had. But getting into posability for this guy, it has amazing posability. Because back then, when the Beast Wars came out, we were starting to get introduced to ball joints, which ball joints, as we all know and love, are perfect for Transformers. It gives them more of a range of motion for everything. So, for posability, you got the arms at the shoulders, goes all the way around, 360 degrees. The arms themselves bend up, down, all around. You got awesome posability for this guy. The hands, there's nothing at the hands. As far as the head goes, you could move it all around, except there's these bits over here, these black bits. They kind of get in the way, but that's pretty good. There's hip rotation, so you could get some pretty good poses like that. As far as the legs go, at the hip, really, you can't really go all the way around just because of the fact that there's this piece over here which is kind of blocking the way, but it's pretty good range of motion. The knee bends hey, it's a bending knee. There you go. And then of course, with the bend of the knee, you can also move it around too. He doesn't really have much in the foot. I mean, I guess due to transformation, you can bring this down and go up and down with his toe, but I see no reason for that. I mean, yeah, I guess you could do that if you wanted to give him a good pose or something, maybe like something like that or something, but who knows. I mean, yeah. As far as there is, the Inferno actually does come with one pretty cool gimmick. Just like in the show, all you gotta do is take his thorax of the ant, move it up, and just basically take that whole entire thing apart. Now, just because of these pieces here, let's get them out of the way for a sec. Let's get them out of the way. Now, open that up, and you'll see that there's a button. Guess what? It's a red button, but it's a good red button. You can push it. Once you push that button, you can make them fly. Whee! Alright. But, yep, that's one pretty cool gimmick that I like about this figure. Aside from that, stand him up. Let's go over to his weapons. You got this guy, which I believe is like a flamethrower kind of thing. I don't really recall seeing this one much in the, I think I've probably seen it probably a time or so in this series, but you got a peg here, right there. See that peg? There you go. And you got a hole right over here. That just basically plugs right in to the hole on the side. Also with this, it's loaded with springs, so you could do some kind of like claw action going on. Gonna pop this over here in that hole, and then we move on to his missile launcher. Probably wondering where the missiles are, because I haven't taken anything off of this guy. So that's what I'm gonna show you. That's why you're here, right? You want to know where everything is. You want to know how amazing of a figure this is, right? Right. Okay. Take the black part of his leg. Just move that down. You know, get it out of the way, and twist it right off. Guess what? You have one of his missiles. Same thing with the other leg, but I'm not going to get into that. All right. Get him over here. Just plug the missile into the launcher, and guess what? You got a red button there. Push it. There. I mean, it's got a pretty good firing action. So, same thing as the other hand. There's a hole right over here. There's a peg right over there. Guess what? Peg and hole. You know what to do. But, yeah, I mean, I love this figure. Inferno, as I said, one of my most favorite Transformers of all time, one of my most actually favorite of the Beast Wars line. But overall, if you're just getting into collecting and you want to pick up a great figure, I do highly recommend this guy. I give him 2 thumbs up. You can only really find him on eBay. I'm sure there's probably other websites out there that you can find him on, Amazon, but I recommend getting this guy. I recommend him. Hands down, I recommend him. You would be happy with this figure. As well as a lot of the other Beast Wars figures, which I'm going to get into later on. But, hey, one figure at a time, right? One Predacon, Maximal at a time. Autobot, Decepticon, whatever. But, anyway, this has been Black Screen Max, coming at you with a fun review. There will be plenty more. If you like what you see, please remember to rate a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll be packing out some more reviews. Have a good day.